Welcome to People. I'm Shirley Lin. Today my guest is Paul Cheng, a heavyweight contender. And he's from Taiwan, but he has been living in Canada, Vancouver, since he was 9 years old. Right now, he's already much bigger. He's 191 centimeters tall and about 140 kilograms, right?
I think 115 kilograms.
Oh,
114 or something like that.
Oh, all right. So it's more like 115 kilograms.
Yes.
Got it. But anyway, here's Paul.
Hi, how's it going? Thanks, Shirley, for having me.
All right, no problem. It's really good for you to make this trip over here from Canada. And you're here because you're going to be in a fight in July, to be exact, July 11th, against someone from Egypt, right? This
yes.
Egyptian fighter. But I'm really interested, first of all, is about your life, what you started off with. I know that you studied economics.
Yes. Yeah, I studied
in college.
Yes, I got an economics degree from Simon Fraser University out of Vancouver, BC. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I played football, American football there.
Yeah, you know, before you went to Canada, you didn't know anything about the sport, right?
No, I didn't speak English.
Oh, okay, you didn't speak any English. So then you realized that this is such a sport, and that got you going because you are an active person, not someone fit for sitting in the office, doing an office job. But were you already like really strong and muscular then already?
Oh no, actually, when I was growing up, again, most Taiwanese kids are, we're very academically based, and our parents always put pressure on us to do well in school, and that's the only thing that was important. And when I moved over to Canada, and I kind of found a whole new world of like athletics and just diversity in terms of life.
Right.
Yeah.
So did your mom and dad support you, in this athletic pursuit?
I'm not saying support, but tolerate. Tolerate.
Okay, that's the word. Yeah.
Yeah. It was, and actually, and then when I got a football scholarship, they kind of started supporting it because it paid for my school, so they didn't have to pay for it.
Well, they're very practical parents.
Yes, like most Asian parents, right?
Yes. Anyway, you did do some kind of bank job for a while, but it's like you couldn't really sit still. You just had to be on the go all the time. And then, so you joined the football team, and you were good at it through, was it high school?
Yeah, I played football in high school, through college, and I played a couple of years professional.
Professional. Now, it was all fine before you gone professional, but then after you became a professional football player, the media was like in there because it's rare to find an Asian on a football team. So whether you played well, and especially when you didn't play well, it got in the news, and you were under a lot of pressure, right?
Yes, it was just kind of like, I don't want to be like racist or anything like that. I was kind of like the Great Yellow Hope. It was it's kind of funny, but it's like, because in the I guess it was 8 teams in the Canadian Football League, and then we carry about 50 to 60 players, and there was several hundred players, and from what I know, I was the only Asian player in the whole league. Actually, there was one other guy by the name of Brian Chu that I kind of looked up to when I was playing, because my mom always told me, because when I first came to Canada, I would love watching football, and then she was always telling me, he's like, hey, why you like this sport? And I was like, I don't know, I want to play this sport. And then she always said, do you ever see a Chinese person on the field? I was like, no. And she said, why you play the sport then?
Right.
And then I always thought, you know what? If there's never been, why can't I be the first one?
Right. You like being the first in everything.
You know what? Hey, if you're not number one, you're only the first loser, right?
Wow. Okay. You have other siblings?
Yes, I have a sister. She lives in Taiwan, and she runs a coffee shop. She runs a coffee shop in Taiwan.
Older
in Taiwan.
or younger?
Younger, 1 year younger.
Oh, so just the two of you.
Yeah,
okay.
just the two of us.
Yeah. All right. So then, you quit football.
Yeah,
right?
just in terms of,
because you were under a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure, injuries, and I was young, kind of stupid, and I just no patience, and sometimes I thought I was too good and I just didn't want any more of it.
Okay.
As an athlete, when you lose your confidence, you just don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes I regret it to this day, but you know what? Mixed martial arts gave me a second chance, and
right.
I'm so grateful for this opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing was that after football, you did go back to working in a bank for a year.
Yes.
And that was like the happiest moment in life for your mom.
Yes. Oh yeah, she was so happy, so happy. It's like, oh, sorry.
But no, that's okay. But then it only persevered for a year. You just,
you
knew this was not it.
This is not me.
This is not you.
Yeah, I couldn't sit in the office, wear a suit and tie, and listen to people talk about their financial problems. And
I was trying to picture you in a suit. Yes. So then you actually realized there's such a thing as mixed martial arts. And so, but before that, now it's a Chinese martial. Well, is there some sort of Chinese martial art in that?
Oh, yeah, of course. Okay. Mixed martial arts is a combination of all different martial arts.
Okay.
So there's every fighter. We all have different specialties. Some fighters specialize in Muay Thai. Some fighters special in Kung Fu. Some fighters special in Wushu. Some fighters specialize in Jiu-Jitsu. There's all some fighters have a combination of a combination of the few. So, and then the more aspects you have, the more successful you're going to be in this sport.
Oh, okay. So what other things have you learned to help you with mixed martial arts?
I found in terms of I've always been a real diverse athlete in terms of I always played all different types of sports. In high school, I played 5 or 6 different sports, and then I've found interest in all different things. So I guess I have a really short attention span, maybe. But I found mixed martial arts, and I was like, wow, this is really cool because I get to study everything. So, and then on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, I train boxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, judo. So I'm always doing something different, and it really piques my interest, which I find the sport fascinating because I feel like a student again because I never stop learning. I always learn something new every single day, and which is you can't say that about a lot of things in life. Sometimes you're so stagnant in certain things that it's like, oh, I'm doing the same thing over and over. But no, not this sport. Well, if you're good at one thing, and all of a sudden, oh, I can be better at this thing. I'm great at jiu-jitsu, but I can be better at Muay Thai. But I'm great at Muay Thai, but now I can do better at boxing.
Wow.
There's so many things. It's just never-ending lesson.
Yeah, I was reading up on you. And what is Muay Thai? Can you try to explain?
Muay Thai is the study of it's martial arts based on I guess it's 8 limbs. So it's punch. You can punch. You can elbow, knee, and kick.
Is this a Thai thing?
Yes, it's a Thai martial art. Probably one of the most effective stand-up arts in the world.
I see. Okay. Wow. I'm learning all these things from you.
To be honest, I'm still in a learning process. It just seems like I'm always learning.
Right, and it's just exciting, right?
It's so exciting. Like in life, if you don't learn, might as well not live.
Oh, okay. Well, there's just wisdom in that. Yes. So, what is mixed martial arts? I mean, it's a mix of everything. But what is so exciting about it? Because I know my husband and my son, they get into it if they see it on TV. But for women, we just think that's so rough, that's so violent. But I know you don't use that word in the sport. So what is the good thing about it? I mean, what's so exciting about watching getting punched and getting bloody? That's how we see it.
Oh, my mother doesn't like it neither, at all.
How about your dad?
Oh, my dad doesn't really mind. He's just like, honestly, it's really, I guess women do participate. Now women participate in mixed martial arts also now. But again,
but I'm sure there's more men than women, right?
Yeah, there's more men than women. But again, women compete at the highest level, and women are fantastic at the sport. But
what? More so than men, you think?
some of the biggest one of the biggest stars in the world.
Agile or something?
No, one of the biggest stars in the mixed martial artists in the world is a woman right now.
So let me get this right. What kind of figure fits this sport? Someone like you, big and muscular, or someone thin? Now, how is this female?
No, but there's always mixed martial arts is separated into weight classes. So it's a very equal game, which I find fabulous, because it's not like the big picking on the small. It's two people of equal size, confined in a space, and competing against each other. So it's not bullying. It's two people of equal skill, equal training, and now we're going to compete against each other. We're the same size, and we're in a confined space under rules and regulations, and yeah, we're gonna compete, and it's awesome. And the thing is, after the fight, everybody's really respectful towards each other. I've watched over the last, since I've been even a fan, I've watched so many mixed martial arts fights, and most of them always end in no matter what happens, somebody giving each other a hug or a bow at the end of the fight.
Right, I do see that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. In other sports, not so much.
Okay. All right.
Martial arts. One thing I found that martial arts has taught me is respect for others. Yeah, respect for myself and respect for others.
But when you're in the fight, I mean, what you're trying is to get the person down, and So,
but it's competition. That's competition.
That's called respect. Okay. Yeah, get me understanding about the sport. Seriously, I mean, what are the do's and don'ts in this sport here?
Well, you
do wear gloves.
Yes, we do.
Boxing gloves.
Yeah, no, we do. We wear 4-ounce gloves.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're like a modified glove to protect your hand, and then you win. You can win by.
Yeah, you win by.
You can win by judge's decision. You can win by knockout. You can win by referee stoppage, and you can win by submission. You can win by tap out. So
what's that? Tap out?
So let's just say a fighter has he knows he can't do anything about it, and he's gonna take a lot of damage, and he realizes that, because there's certain positions mixed martial arts that it's hard to get out of. So you realize that. So instead of taking the damage, just to be like, hey, I'm done.
Right.
In no other sport you can do that, and on a respectful level. Because in boxing, if you watch boxing, there's only two ways to win. You go to the end, or you get knocked out.
Oh, right. Okay.
Which is I find mixed martial, and I just listed 5 or 6 different ways in which mixed martial arts contests can end, which is I find it quite a bit safer.
So isn't it kind of subjective? I mean, it's up to the referee to decide who wins or something.
No. I'm not saying it's. I don't think it's subjective. The referee is in there to protect the fighter.
Oh.
To protect the fighters. If this referee sees somebody is getting damaged badly, and it's his job to, or it's his or her job to stop the fight. So you protect the fighter's safety.
I see. So you can kick, right?
Yes, you can kick.
Can hit, and you can do almost anything.
Yeah, you can do almost anything, except you can't bite, you can't hit in the back of the head, and you can't hit the groin.
Right.
And
you can hit the face.
Yes, of course.
That's where you get bloody.
Oh, you know what? But
what?
You can get bloody getting kicked in the face in the soccer field. You can get elbowed in the face while you're playing basketball, and you can get smoked in the face while you're playing football, and then your helmet can pop off and your nose can break. There's all different. It's sports. It's just competitive sports. And when at the heat of the battle, we're all human beings. We bleed. You can bleed walking on the sidewalk. Oops, I fell over. Oh, I'm bleeding now.
If you have to put it that way, well, I can't fight with you about that. But I don't see any scars on you. I don't think did you ever got hurt like in a major way that you bled?
Not,
Lost a tooth? Did you? No?
No, not too bad. I got a couple cuts here and there, but not horribly.
Okay.
My mom's actually attending the fight, so if my mom's coming, it can't be that bad.
She's coming.
Yeah, my mom flew all the way halfway across the world from Toronto. So I flew from Vancouver. That's 12 hours. So it's 12 hours plus 5, so 17 hours she flew. So she's coming especially for this fight. So I'm just like, it can't be that bad. If I'm just saying, my mom, Asian, Taiwanese parent, and against all this stuff I always have done, but you know what? Now she's supportive. She flew 17 hours to come watch me perform on July 11th.
So she's already here.
She's already here.
And you're gonna be here till July 11th.
No, I'm just here for a few days, and I'll be back because I still gotta get back to do some more training.
Oh, well, there are training centers here too.
But there's not that many big heavyweights around here to train with.
Oh, right, of course. You don't, practice against a dummy, right?
Yeah, we don't practice against dummies. And Taiwanese, there's not, we looked around, but there wasn't that many big, huge guys I can practice against.
So you know that you've been active ever since you were a baby, really small?
Not really.
No?
No, not really. You know what? I was...
You weren't born big. You grew.
Yeah, I grew.
to how you are today.
Yeah, and I was just like every other Taiwanese kid, very into my studies, and my parents made sure I was doing well academically. And I didn't know anything about sports. And then when I went to Canada, I still remember I didn't speak any English. And then first day of school, this kid picked on me. And then told me to, a swear word, and I didn't understand.
Were you already big then?
I was bullied? a little bit bigger, but at the same time, I didn't know how to defend myself. I never had to because all I knew was math and math.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, it was just like, and then I still remember to this day. I went to my teacher, and I asked my teacher about that swear word because I didn't know what it was. And my teacher told me never to say that stuff again. Right. And I got in trouble. But I didn't speak any English. And then people would and then kids always kind of picked on me because I didn't speak the language. I didn't know what I was doing, and then and all I knew was math. And then I was bullied.
So you got A's in math all the time.
Yeah, I was an A student.
Really?
I was an A student all the way across.
So you did, I don't know, just made your parents content
with
the academics.
Yeah, I want to make my parents happy. I want to make my parents proud of me. So I did what I had to do. I got a scholarship. My first year at university, I actually had a half academic, half athletic scholarship, which made them pretty happy with me.
That's great.
But at the same time, my passion wasn't academics.
Well, that's good. I know that my son is pretty active too. He's not really into studies, although I think he's a smart kid. What do you say to kids who can't sit still, who are really active, and he's into basketball?
So many other kids
how
too.
do you know? Yeah, how do you know when to let your kids, you've tried your best, tell them to focus on the academics, do well in school. I mean, what advice do you give to young people these days for what you're doing now, and people look up to you? I'm sure there are a lot of these boys, they look up to you because you're muscular, you're a winner in their eyes. What advice do you give these kids when they come to you? And
don't be closed-minded.
Okay.
Because one thing in terms of Asian parents is always like, you got to do well in school. You got to do well in school. You know what? You can be good at more than one thing. It's not about okay. I did well in school, but at the same time, I did well in school, but I want to excel at other things too. Just don't keep yourself focused on one thing. You can do a few different things. Whether it's mixed martial arts, whether it's basketball, whether it's tennis, whether it's badminton. It doesn't matter. You gotta keep yourself diverse. Sometimes you can do. you can shoot for the stars in anything you do.
Yeah, yeah.
Anything, you know. And then I'm just like, and this is what, and I've done things in many different arenas now, you know. And then I wouldn't give that up for the world, to be honest. All the life experience I've had.
But what if your grades are not that good and you love basketball? What advice would you give a kid like that?
You know what? Well, get better grades, because you can't play NCAA basketball if you have parents. You know, you got to be. You should be at a certain level for everything, because if you look into it, NCAA has certain academic requirements to play college basketball.
Oh.
Yes. Oh, I know all about that, because I got a football scholarship, so I know all about that. So you got to have minimum.
You got a point.
Yep. I know I do. I know exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to that stuff.
All right. Well, that's great. You know, I can see that, you know, from days on end, you're going to become like an idol to some of the boys, you know, as they're growing up. Someone who is happy with what you're doing and pursuing right now. And so you're here in Taiwan. You've actually been back in Taiwan for, you know, several times, because this is your home.
Yes.
But this time you're here to fight. And it's with the One Fighting Championship. This is an annual event, isn't it? But it's the first time that's going to be held in Taiwan.
Actually, One Fighting Championship is the biggest. It's the second biggest fighting organization, MMA fighting organization in the world. And it's the biggest in Asia, with 90% market share.
Mm-hmm. And it's headquartered in Singapore.
And then this is exactly where I want it to be. You know, I know. I still remember a couple years ago, when I first started fighting MMA, I started getting on a win streak, and then a reporter asked me to write down my goals, and I was sitting there going like, you know what, instead of, you know, in North America, everybody, I want to go to fight Ultimate Fighting Championships. I was like, no, I want to be in One Fighting Championships, and this is where I am right now. And it's not an annual event that we do. Okay. One Fighting Champion hosts an event every month. Oh. Every month in a different city in Asia. Mm-hmm. So so far it's been in Manila, Jakarta, now Taiwan, Kuala Lumpur. I don't know. I guess I can go on and on. Yeah. And it's going to explore bigger and new markets. And I'm really excited. And I'm proud to be a part of One Fighting Championship.
How many years have you been with One Fighting Championship?
This will be going. I'm completing my first year of my contract, and I'm under a 6-fight worldwide exclusive contract with One Fighting Championship.
And you've been fighting since how old are you?
No. I just started in 2000. I started my MMA career in 2011. So I'm pretty young in the sport still.
You're the only one from Taiwan, right?
Yeah, I'm the only one from Taiwan, and
we've got to promote you now.
Yeah, and then I'm probably one of the only Asian heavyweights in the world.
All right, make us proud.
Yes, I plan to do that July 11th. And please come. The Taiwanese public, please come out and support me, and please come out to support the One Fighting Championship. And I promise we'll give you a good show, and I promise you'll come back.
Oh, wow. Really?
Oh.
You're going to convince me?
No, you know what? I'm going to convince my own mother.
Right. And you did. You've been successful.
Yeah. My sister came. You know what? Last time my sister flew out to Manila to watch me fight. And then
the first time?
The first time ever. And then she was like, I didn't know what to think. But I was so excited, I lost my phone. Really? She lost her cell phone in the crowd. She was so excited. It was just like, she was like, I don't know if it was you're my brother fighting, but I was like, you can ask her yourself. She was like, really? I lost my phone, and I could not find it because I was screaming so loud.
Now, I'm thinking maybe there's a difference between being there watching the match and watching on TV.
Oh, ONE FC puts on a fantastic show. And I promise you guys, come out July 11th and you will see. You will see the kind of production value that it's going to be 3 hours of excitement.
3 hours?
It's about 3 hours. There's 10 fights. And in between there's lots of laser lights and all kinds of smoke, explosions, and crazy videos, and wow, it's my first experience of it was like December, and then I ran off to do some movies and stuff, and then all I could think about while I was doing movies, like, man, I want to go back to One Fighting Championship.
Yeah, talking about movies now, I don't know if our viewers can see your face. What am I saying? If they recognize your face.
No, probably not.
Probably not. Yeah, I know. But actually, you've been in all 3 episodes of the Night at the Museum.
Yeah, we actually finished filming the 3rd one just I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you enjoy that? Well, of course, you enjoy mostly mixed martial arts, but that's like your second interest is doing movies and stunts.
Yes.
For movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
So my mother doesn't like that neither. She's like, why can't you be an actor? Why do you have to fall off buildings? Why do you have to get punched?
Oh, so she doesn't mind you being an actor now,
yeah.
from, away from bank job now.
Yeah, no, she's actually
compromising.
She's compromising. You do something long enough, you do something well enough, doesn't matter. Eventually, people will come around. That's what I say.
Okay, well, that sounds good. So, what was that like doing the movie? I mean,
wow,
I love that movie. So do my kids.
Oh, it's pretty fabulous. Crazy sets, and then just the most incredible things you've ever seen. I was just like, I couldn't even believe sitting there. Sometimes I'm sitting there on set, and all of a sudden I see Ben Stiller sitting there and Robin Williams sitting there, just going head to head with each other. And I was like, wow, this is great. Am I in a dream? But again, when I'm in the cage.
What an honor.
When I'm in the cage and I'm still sitting there, is this a dream? And now I'm going to be in, and then all of a sudden, July 11th, I'm going to be sitting there going like, when I win, I'm going to be like, wow, no, it's not a dream.
It's not a dream.
It's not a dream.
Better not be a dream.
No.
You're going to punch that, 100%. Yeah. Well, anyway, I know that, well, the third series, the third one of Night at the Museum, it hasn't arrived in Taiwan yet.
Oh, no, it hasn't come out yet. We just finished filming.
I know. Oh,
so it's coming out Christmas.
Of course. Okay, so it's still a ways away. But next year?
No, this Christmas.
Oh, this Christmas?
Yeah.
Got it. So we're going to be on the watch out for you.
Oh, I don't know.
You're one of the Huns.
I'm one of the Huns, but don't worry.
I'm getting a hint. You're one of the Huns.
Yeah, but now the parts are getting smaller and smaller, so it's okay.
Is there going to be a 4th and a 5th?
I don't know.
Who knows, right?
Who knows?
Yeah. Okay, so the exciting thing about getting there in the ring and doing your thing, what are you thinking while you're fighting? What do you think of?
I don't know. I guess, first you're conquering your nerves because, the first time I walked out in Manila, there was 16,500 people. Mm-hmm. And it was a pretty nerve-wracking experience because I've played in football fields and then I've run into crowds of 40,000. But again, I have 24 teammates or 23 other people on the field. But,
But this, you're on your own.
It's me and one other guy.
Yeah.
So, everybody's just focused on you. And, there's, and then One Fighting Championship is live broadcast to almost a billion people live. So, it's pretty nerve-wracking. But at the same time, you learn how to, through my experiences, I learned how to calm myself down.
How do you do that?
I breathe. I think of, and then I deep breaths, and I've worked with sports psychologists to deal with certain nerves, and I have little trigger words in my head. And yeah,
what are those words?
Oh, I'm not going to share those. That's the private.
All right. Wow, this is really, really something. So, but the thing is that you do keep yourself busy every day because you have your routine, your workout, your practice. But all you have to do is just one fight a month, right?
No, you plan about
because the rest of the time you need to
you need about
put your body in the best condition.
Yeah, because mixed martial I played a lot of sports in my life. Mixed martial arts is by far the most demanding.
Really? Okay.
It's like compared to any other sport, it's any other sport is a vacation. No offense. No offense to any other sport.
Okay.
Because no other sport you have to train for 5 different sports at the same time. 5 or 6, 7 different sports at the same time.
Right.
Basketball, you train for basketball. Mm-hmm. But mixed martial arts, you train for, and then boxing is one sport. If we classify boxing as one sport, wrestling is one sport, jiu-jitsu is one sport, So if you think about it, I'm training for 7 or 8 different sports combined together, and somebody's training for one. So, and what kind of hours do you think I have to put in?
I don't know.
A lot.
Like 9 to 5?
Yeah, basically like a job. Basically like a job. You know, in terms of travel time and actual training time, I'm over 40 hours a week, easy.
Yeah.
So, you know, like when I'm fighting, that's all I'm concerned about. You know, even my girlfriend at home just doesn't really like it when I fight, because it's like that's all you think about. That's all you do. You just travel to practice, and you practice, and you come back from practice, you focus on eating, and you go back to practice, and then that's all. And then you talk MMA, you think MMA. That's all you ever do. So
well, that's called discipline, and that's what it's not easy to live a disciplined life. So I think this is great. Now, Paul, you're doing what you love the most, and and getting yourself fit and enjoying this. So you're probably at the happiest moment in your life right now.
Yeah, it's like a dream. This is like a dream.
All right.
Like, this is everything I've worked for, and then I thank One Fighting Championship for giving me the opportunity to compete in my homeland. And then since I left Taiwan in August 1987, and then July 11th, 2014, I'm going to come home.
All right.
Yeah.
Great that you're home.
Yeah.
Well, all the luck to you, Paul, on July 11th at the National Taiwan University Recreation Center, the Sports Center. That's right. 7 on July 11th. And what time is the match? It's at night, right? It is at night.
Yeah, it's at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock.
Just Google it. You get the info. Thank you so much, Paul.
No, thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
I love this. Thank you. Good luck to you.
Oh, thank you so much. I plan to make Taiwanese people proud.
All right. Thank you so much for watching, people. I'm Shirley Lin.